Stop there. This is a picture of a ribbon hanging on a tree.
Oh, sure, yes. I believe it's Teresa's church in the background.
Okay, and that has...
I apologize.
All right, now, you laid those things out prior to Brendan coming into the room, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, and this was part of your plan to get a statement from Brendan, correct?
To get admission, yes.
All right. I want to refer you to your email to Mr. Kaczynski on May 9th. Would you read from the third paragraph?
Brendan needs to be alone. When he sees me this Friday, I will be a source of relief. He needs to trust me in the direction that I steer him into. We need to separate him from fantasy and bring him to see reality from our perspective.
Was all of this done pursuant to instructions from Mr. Kaczynski?
Oh, sure, yes.
From the first shot where you see this table where he had this picture of Teresa Halbach and the church and the ribbon, what a production, my God. The extent and the level to which he went to coerce this confession. It was just amazing. You know, it's everything that you talk about, all the methods to get an unreliable confession. It's clearly where his heart was.
Tell me how you start that email to Mr. Kaczynski on May 9th.
I am learning the Avery family history and about each member of the Avery family. These are criminals. There are members engaged in sexual activities with nieces, nephews, cousins, in-laws. Customers or their relatives unwittingly become victims of their sexual fantasies. This is truly where the devil resides in comfort.
I just keep thinking about that blue ribbon. Sorry. I can find no good in any member. These people are pure evil. A friend of mine suggested this is a one-branch family tree. Cut this tree down. We need to end the gene pool here.
You saw things that I think have never been seen before in a court of law. I can't think of another case where a defense attorney and his investigator plotted to pressure their client to plead guilty to a case that in which he was expressing his innocence.
That tape was somewhat disturbing, I think.
It was extraordinarily disturbing, and Michael O'Kelly is a seasoned investigator, and I believe what he did to Brendan Dassey traumatized him.
So the first question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to spend the rest of your life in prison? So is that a yes or a no? I can't hear you. Okay. Do you want to get out and have a family someday? That means you have to cooperate with me and help me work with you.
O'Kelly is using these tools to break Brendan down, to get him to confess again. And he finally succeeds.
Draw a picture of the bed and how she was tied down. But draw a big size so we can see it.
And the first thing he does is he picks up the phone and he calls Len Kaczynski.
Hi, Len. Hi, Len. This is Michael Kelly. I'm with Brendan right now. Oh, quite well. Quite well. Very well. He's given a detailed statement.
And then they arrange for Brendan to be interrogated again the next day on tape by the very same police officers who manipulated him before, without Len Kaczynski being present.
I was told by your attorney that you wanted to talk to us.
So on May 13th, these investigators, they think they're going to get gold. They think they're going to get a confession from Brendan that is going to be a game changer. It's going to have even more details. It's going to lead them to new information, and that Brendan is now going to be their star witness. But what do they get instead? They get crap.
At what point did you put her cell phone and camera and purse and stuff in the burn barrel?
I did.
Okay, who did?
Probably Steven.
Well, not probably. Who did? If you know, you can tell me. You went over there.
Steven did.
Did you see him do it?
Yeah.
No, honestly, yes or no? Did you see him do it? Don't lie about it. If you did, good. If you didn't, good. Did you see him do that?
This is somebody who obviously doesn't know what to say and is obviously saying whatever he thinks the officers and his defense attorneys want him to say. And the resulting story is widely different than what he said on March 1st. What's happening is he's just generating more and more conflicting statements and essentially muddying up the state's case.
So they come up with a plan, and the plan is to persuade Brendan to call his mother later that evening and to talk to her about his role in the offense.
When are you going to tell your mom about it?
Probably the next time I see her.
Because you lied to her so far, right?